This morning on the farm, it is cold and wet, and we got a lot to do. As y'all have heard from previous video, I am farming solo this year. I got 160 acres of cotton stalks out here that need mowing right now. It's wet out here. There's more rain coming. So the big tractors can't stand up out here with a big flail mower like we normally cut cotton stalks with. So I have a little small tractor, a little small mower, and I'm gonna have to get after it, see if we can get all this cut in and done away with before that rain gets here. It's very important to get these mowed as soon as possible because they have to have the maximum amount of time to rot. If you don't do away with your cotton stalks in time, they don't rot enough, and when you're doing land prep and planting my crop in a couple months, 2 or 3 months, these stems, these stalks will be a major problem. So you have to do away with them as quickly as possible. Let as much rain fall on them, get them incorporated into the ground, give them as much time to rot as possible. So that's what we're doing today. Mowing cotton stalks is one of the most dangerous jobs on the farm. It is dangerous because I have all this lint, leftover lint and dry leaves out here, and all that stuff is gathering up on the tractor. There's a hot muffler. All this lint gathers up around the muffler, gathers up around the engine compartment, and every year in the South, tractors burn up. Every year, tractors, cotton pickers. This is a very flammable condition out here. So every couple of hours, you gotta come out here, you gotta clean off the mower. You gotta find anywhere where cotton, lint, dry leaves is gathering on the tractor. You gotta clean it all off because it constantly builds up all day. It only takes an hour or two to make it look like this. You got to clean all this stuff off and keep the tractor clean, or it will catch on fire. I've seen it in the last 10 years. I've probably seen it happen twice out here. Once one of my uncle's tractors burned, once one of ours burned. It's very common. I've seen a lot of cotton pickers catch on fire. This is a very flammable situation. You got to pay close attention. You got to keep everything clean. Every year down south, pictures of flaming up or burn up cotton pickers circulates on text messages. If you know any farmers, you know folks that get text messages of burn up cotton pickers. Cotton pickers catch on fire all the time. We used to custom pick cotton all over the kind of our part of the state. We've probably had, I don't even know how many times we've had a cotton pick catch on fire. We've never had one burn up. We've always put them out. But the alternators on them, lint will gather up around the alternator. That's usually the starting place of the fires. Of course, they catch on. There's so many hot parts of the cotton picker. They got all these regen engines now. A little bit of lint you get by the turbocharger. A little bit of lint you get on that hot muffler. There's so many opportunities for a cotton picker or any cotton equipment to burn up. But you have to stay vigilant to keep them from burning up. Like I said, we probably have more than a dozen times, or around a dozen times, a cotton picker has caught on fire, and we've never had one burn up because you got to be keeping a close eye on it. You got to get it put out as quickly as possible. Mowing stalks, we had a tractor burn up a few years ago, and a little bit of it was my fault. I'm not the one that was on the tractor. I was mowing beside the guy that was mowing. 2 of us were mowing in the field. His tractor caught on fire. I pulled up beside him and we commenced throwing dirt on the fire. The fire was right here in between the hood and the windshield. And I didn't feel like we could get enough dirt thrown there to smother the fire. It wasn't going out quick enough. So I raised the hood. Raising the hood on one of these tractors that's on fire is like throwing gasoline on it. the fire was having a hard time breathing under that hood until I raised that hood. But when I raised it up, it got all the oxygen it needed, and it only took a minute or two to burn up an entire tractor, burn it slam to the ground. One of the interesting things about being on the solo farm, farming solo here, it's time to eat lunch. There's the cotton field, and I'm commuting home through my pecan orchard to eat lunch. Luckily, all my fields are within a mile and a half. They're all right here together. I don't have far to travel, which means I don't need more help, don't need people to help me move vehicles from place to place. When we previous years we have farmed in over four counties at a time, and so it seems like you're always having to get someone to help you move to the next location, someone to bring a truck, someone to pick you up. But in my current situation, I'm farming everything basically touching my house, so I'm always right here. Don't need any other employees or anybody to come pick me up or bring me to my truck. Maybe noticing that I'm cutting every other pass, or I'm mowing 4 rows, then skipping 4 rows. I'm taking 4 rows at a time. I'm only doing every other pass, and then I come back and I get the ones I miss. The reason I'm doing that is so I don't have to slow down on the ends. I can make a big gentle turn skipping 4 rows without ever slowing down. And it's a lot quicker, a lot more efficient on the ends, instead of having to turn right back around where I just came from. I might would have to pull back on the throttle, hit the left brake, make a little uneven spot on the field where I turned around and left braked it. So I'll just make a big gentle turn, skipping 4 rows every time I turn around, and it makes it a lot easier to get turned around, get back going the other way, and a lot easier when I come back, because I don't have to count rows coming back. I just turn into the 4 that are there. Well, the sun's done gone down out here. I got my lights on. I still got a little ways further to go today and a long ways to go tomorrow. But I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all off here. I thank all y'all for watching, and I'll see you next time.